So wow, what a game. Wales do it 32-26, a thrilling finish when it actually looked like Wales were going to come away with a victory with a bit of a masterclass in the end, but Fiji just kept going and nearly got that score to leave it on the conversion. Radradra dropping it right at the end. Just a brilliant game. Wales, I think they deserve their win, because if I was to summarise this crazy game, I would say Wales had more pieces of the puzzle than Fiji. Wales had that tactical element. They thought about it more. They played the territory game better, and they attacked well, and they defended well. So I think they just had a bit more of an all-round game than Fiji. And Fiji should look at that and go, look, we've got all this ability, we've got all this, camaraderie, but we can't just bash away. We can't just expect our amazing ability to get us over the line, although it got them very close. They need more variation, they need a bit more tactical nous, and Wales had that, plus technically Wales put together a great game as well. So let's get into the details of this game, because it's so worth getting into. Wales start both halves very neatly, earning early penalties in both halves, which is really good. And they also know they've got to stop Fiji playing, and they spot weakly defended rucks twice in the first 5 minutes, get the jackal turnovers and penalties, and that launches their first try, which is off the top line out, really good line out work, feeds Tompkins, and he attracts the players and puts George North straight through on a line there. I mean, bad defending from Fiji, but Tompkins did well a couple of times to suck in defenders. I mean, he got absolutely pounded in this game because he is a smaller centre, but he keeps coming back for more, and he put North through here, then they recycle it out wide. Good step from Adams to score, and he is absolutely buzzing. You could see they were so fired up. But yeah, bad misread from Fiji, but really well executed try. So 8-0 straight away, the perfect start. Now Fiji do get into it, but we see early on missing Muntz is not good, and Teller is not Munt with a bad miss, and they already boot him out straight away after that first miss. Lumani starts kicking, so it's kind of a bit like, why did you bother? But early on as well, we see the absolute threat of Fiji. And Nikolaevu just busts through Bigger and Wainwright to get the first try. Poor tackling, but just what ability from that guy. 8-7. So straight away, we get 2 tries. We know in for a big game. And Nikolaevu does it twice, this time stepping Tompkins offloads to Radradra. I mean, it's just maybe the best centre partnership, or the most dangerous attacking centre partnership in the World Cup. He offloads to the flanker, Tangi Tangivalu, to score. So Fiji actually go ahead there after the good start from Wales, so it's 8-14. But after a couple of quick Fijian tries, Wales respond. They regather themselves really well. Bigger pushing them around the pitch. I mean, it's a sloppy offside from Fiji, but Bigger smashes it over straight as an arrow from 40 metres, so 11-14. Yeah, good response from Wales. More silly penalties from Fiji, no arms tackles. It could have been a yellow, but it wasn't in that case. Then big 5-metre maul from Wales, sustained pressure, and once again it's North with the cutting edge. Fiji fooled by Tompkins again. There's the try for North this time, 18-14. Definitely a day for the centres so far, but it looks like these sides are very well matched. It's 10 minutes to go before half time, but the game is already just crazy. A must-watch game. Ravatu and Almeida wins the kick-off straight back for Fiji, gives them a good midfield scrum attacking position. Radradra runs straight and just smashes Bigger out of the way. I mean, brave stuff from Bigger, but just smashes him. They go 5 metres out. It's a big moment here because Fiji are camped on the line, and then Maui goes for a Superman dive, but he fumbles the ball because the ball is still very greasy in those hot conditions. They fumble the ball a few times in key positions to Fiji, so Wales survives at 18-14. It's a really good result at half time for Wales because every Fijian attack looked dangerous, and they've really managed that game very well in the first half. Now 5 minutes into the second half, and I think I can already see one of Fiji's big faults in this game is they play some really good rugby in the middle of the park, but there's no thought for tactical kicking, for getting cheap territory. They're really trying. Wales defending hard through multiple phases, but when they finally get the turnover, they're happy to kick it long and make Fiji start again. Some classy touches from Liam Williams, and he nearly releases Rizamit out wide, but Herbosi, the winger, absolutely ends him in the tackle. Some huge shots in this game from both sides. And in the second half, Wales start to turn the screw nicely, punishing Fiji for not having that territory, for being camped in their own half. A big scrum, Then Tompkins and Liam Williams exploit a large blindside very nicely, and Fiji are just all over the place in this phase of play. Rhys-Ammit finds some space on the other side, and it's a really good team try and a great conversion from Biggar. That was very, very slick, and Fiji, they were 6s and 7s for that one. And with half an hour to go, Fiji are just throwing the kitchen sink at Wales, but Wales are sucking it up. Liam Williams sweeping up from 15 very nicely, and then a big momentum moment where Josh Adams ends his opposite winger with a big square on tackle that literally knocks his pants off. I mean, Wales are matching fire with fire, but combining it with rugby smarts, and that's a winning pairing. Yeah, and Fiji are still playing, and the big problem is it's still in their own half. It's getting a bit annoying. You know, if you're a Fijian fan, you're probably saying, come on, get some territory. But they bring on their bench, and they've got some absolute stars on their bench. The likes of Botia, Tuasova. It's pretty nuts. So the fact that Wales hold out is impressive, because I think their bench did have more firepower. But Wales, they're playing plenty of rugby too. They're moving the ball as well. Now, Fiji know they need to make a move. They start emptying the bench, and they've got some serious firepower on the bench. The likes of Botia, Tuasova, guys that probably start in latter years, but they've got such good depth, they can keep them on the bench, and Wales know they've got a job on their hands for sure. And then one of the Welsh subs, makes the first proper skill muck up from Wales. It's Thomas Williams, who pops a box kick just straight up in the air, puts Wales really under the pump, and then they're camped on the Welsh line. Lots of penalties, hammering away. And I think this is the second weakness of the Fijian game. They need some variation. I mean, sides like, say, Ireland would have some variation in there, but they just hammer away, and Wales know what they've got to do, and they do it brilliantly. That white line fever has afflicted Fiji, and Botia knocks on over the line, so big set for Wales. And what Wales are doing is they're sucking it up, waiting for the fumble, pumping it long, and Wales show how to be clinical. They only need one visit to the Fijian 22, one play, and it's a yellow card for Tangi Valu, and instantly they drive over, make the most of that extra man for the try. So 32-14, brilliant turnaround, and the bonus point already. And with 10 minutes to go, it looks like they're going to see this game out fairly easily. But no, the sub-prop Domachowski for Wales, his impact is to get an immediate yellow card for playing the 9, which is pretty silly to say the least. The Fijian scrum takes advantage, marches Wales back quickly. They know they've got to score, and they do. That fresh powerhouse Tuasova busts a tackle and stretches to score 32-21, but there's still only 10 minutes left. Two poor Fijian kicks are hurting their chances, but the talent is there, and Randrandra beats Lewis Rhys-Ammit on the outside. You don't see that much. Big handoff helps, of course. They get up and over the line. The ref actually gives the try, but the TMO checks, and the ref kind of realises a mistake, and he calls it a double movement, so no try. But Fiji is still right there. They pound away, and they do get the try. 32-26. Poor misconversion, so kicking maybe not the greatest from Fiji for sure, but the time is ticking, and goodness me, the guy who you think wouldn't make a mistake, Liam Williams, kicks it out on the full. You cannot believe it. Wales with a couple of bad errors there, struggling to see the game out. But Fiji, they've got one phase of play to score, and it's their best phase of play of the whole half, stretching from side to side, and it finds its way to Randrandra. It's a bouncing pass, but you think a guy of that skill might be able to gather it and score. They'd need the conversion, but he drops it. Wales win. One of the best pool games I've ever seen. Really exciting, just fantastic stuff. Wales, I think they deserve the win for that more all-round game. Fiji will be gutted because they knew they had the firepower. I mean, brilliant win for Wales, and no one's going to want to play Fiji because they're just so dangerous. But that is bonus point for both sides, which could be huge, because if Australia don't get bonus points against one of these guys, it could come down to that, and maybe Wales and Fiji are the two sides that both go through. What a great pool Pool C is. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm going to do loads of videos for the World Cup. Like the video would be amazing as well. Pop those comments below on this fantastic game, and I'll see you next time.